But back to LSU. And I mentioned in the last hour, there's all these articles coming out of Los Angeles, all these sports writers, all these mea culpas, all these, man, we just didn't see what we had in Ed Orgeron. We didn't realize we had this diamond in the rough, this brilliant coach, this guy who could lead a team to a national championship. But then I Googled, and this, as I was reading these articles, I've been seeing them intermittently for 4 or 5 days, maybe a little longer. And I told you last hour, I Googled the simple line, NCAA coaches who might make the leap to the NFL. And I read you guys the list. Listen to the list. This is recent. This is not something from like 2017 or 2018. Here's the list of coaches that are at the top of NFL general managers' lists to get hired. Jim Harbaugh, Michigan. Nick Saban, Alabama. David Shaw, Stanford. Matt Rule, Baylor. Scott Frost, Nebraska. Chris Peterson, Washington. Dabo Swinney, Clemson. David Cutcliffe, Duke. What? Brian Kelly, Notre Dame. Gary Patterson, TCU. Get a load of these last two. Get a load of the last two on the list. The NCAA, the college coaches most coveted by NFL general managers. Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M. What was the score of that game? Ready for the last one? Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. Number one with a bullet, the college coach, the quarterback whisperer, the college coach that NFL general managers want the most. Hell, Jerry Jones, it was as recent as what, less than a month ago. And all those rumors, who is Jerry Jones going to replace? Who's he going to get to replace Jason Garrett? And believe me, that clock's ticking, but that's another segment. Who's Jerry Jones going to get to replace Jason Garrett? Why, the coach, everybody says, even Jerry sort of dropped hints. Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. That's the guy you got to get. That's the up-and-comer. That's the guy you can't live without. That's the guy, Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma, the quarterback whisperer. That everybody wants to turn their program around. The Cleveland Browns, Lincoln Riley, a perfect fit. The Dallas Cowboys, oh my God, that's the guy that can take the Cowboys to the next step. Lincoln Riley, he's the one they all want. Let me run that list down again. And you tell me what name is missing. Harbaugh, Saban, David Shaw, Stanford, Matt Rule, Baylor, Scott Frost, Nebraska, Chris Peterson, Washington, Dabo Swinney, Clemson, David Cutcliffe, Duke, Brian Kelly, Notre Dame, Gary Patterson, TCU, Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M. Note the last two. Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M, Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. You know what Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma, and Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M have in common? They got swatted, they got paddled, they got annihilated by the one guy that is not on that list. The one guy that Southern Cal didn't think was hip or cool or competent or articulate enough to lead the storied Trojan program. They both got smacked down by Ed Orgeron, the guy nobody seems to want.